Welcome back. Well, when Philippa Christian started babysitting at age 11, she'd found her calling. Her first full-time job out of school was looking after Shane Warne's kids. And before long, the in-demand Aussie found herself working for Hollywood movie stars, platinum-selling singers and the world's richest families. Well, now Philippa's written a novel based on her experiences, revealing what goes on behind the scenes with Tinseltown's elite. Australia's nanny to the stars, Philippa Christian joins us live from Melbourne. Lovely to have you with us. Now, Philippa, you've worked for the rich and famous for more than 10 years. Got to be some perks in that world. What are they?
The perks are definitely fantastic. The travelling for sure is great because depending on the family, you can be travelling every week, every 2 weeks, and you get to travel all over the world. You get to fly in, first class or on private jets. I've worked in India, the Bahamas, all over America, parts of Europe. Everywhere. And then also when you go on holidays with these families, you get to go to the Maldives and Bora Bora and places that, are just fantastic. You get to pretty much live like a celebrity. You get to live in their homes. I've lived in palaces. I've lived in Caesar's Palace. I've also lived, in beachfront, like waterfront properties, big mansions in gated communities.
I'm jealous. That's enough.
The gifts are really good. Like I've actually got porcelain veneers that were bought for me by an actor and an actress that I used to work for. I used to always tell them how much I loved their teeth, so for Christmas they bought me my own set of teeth. It's just, there's so many great things. Events, all different kinds of things, and also like meeting a lot of your childhood idols is really good. So I've got to know quite a few people that I grew up listening to, which is always sort of interesting. You don't ever think that they're real until you meet them.
Overall, how have you found these celebrities to be? Because you're doing the most important job in their life, and that is caring for their children.
Yes. It's really word of mouth, actually. I mean, if you can prove to love your job, to keep your mouth closed, to sort of be happy with the demands that are put on you, they tend to sort of, a lot of the time, share the same people because they know that you're proven to not talk and to not go to the media and sell stories, which you can make a lot of money from. They sort of do tend to share the same stuff a lot of the time.
So how are you then working it? You've written a book, but then you've said that one of the most important things is to keep your mouth shut. So how have you worked that?
Yeah, so the book's called Nanny Confidential, and for that reason, all of my employers who have actually been very supportive of this project, all of their sort of, they're all disguised. There's no names mentioned. Their occupations have been changed. Where they live has been changed. Their children's names, everything's been changed. The kids are called sort of funny celebrity names that people tend to call their children, like, Apple and things like that. I mean, Apple hasn't been used for obvious reasons, but it's sort of just a bit of fun, and it's been a really, really great, a lot of fun to write.
But orange stars in it.
Yeah. Philippa, are you worried that maybe some of the people you've worked with may read the book and come back to you and say, hey, listen, am I such and such in the book?
Well, we sort of have a bit of a laugh about it, really. I've been really lucky to really have only worked for people that I've really enjoyed. I haven't had too many difficult people to work for. I mean, at times they can be difficult, but at the end of the day, they just need that extra bit of help, and that's no problem at all. We sort of laugh about it, so I really don't think so. I mean, a lot of them I know are actually reading the book at the moment and enjoying it a lot and having a good laugh, because some of them have worked out that they are in the book.
Yeah, because they're laughing at all the other families, aren't they? What's the most extravagant request that somebody's asked you to do?
I've had a few of these, actually. When I was working in Palm Springs, I had to fly in the family's private jet to Salt Lake City to go and get some toffee apples that are specially made in Salt Lake City and are sort of known for being really good there. So that took I think it was about an hour and a half or an hour and 10 minutes or something either way. But it's good because that's when you get your break. Another teenager that I used to nanny for, she was 13, and at the time there was this, a male singer, a boy singer, who every 13-year-old, would be their dream to meet. You can probably guess who it was.
Justin Bieber.
I had to fly on a private jet to go and meet him and bring him back to the party. So for 2.5 hours, I got to sit alongside him and get to know him really well. And it was a secret for the girl, but I was in on it with the parents. So that was a lot of fun. Every day is different. It's a great job, and you get to work with kids. I've had a really, really good time. I've been very blessed.
As a nanny, what's your #1 tip for raising kids, particularly, with the year ahead?
Look, I think that definitely the electronic devices these days are a big challenge. I think it would be a disadvantage to take them away from children completely, because that is sort of the way that the world is heading, and they can be very educational for sure. But at the same time, I mean, you don't want children to be relying on them. You don't want to catch them at the dinner table and being antisocial, or, you know, doing
Good
10
advice.
plus 6 on their calculator when they should be using their brains to work out those equations. So
Philippa,
to
thank
monitor
you. We really appreciate it. Very excited to read the book. Philippa Christian's new novel is called Nanny Confidential. It is out now.